camp. I mean, why do things like this? You have so much on your plate nowadays with your team, your program, your image. Why is this so important to have these youngsters out here on your fields?
There's so much being said about football, whether it's the NFL or college football and paying players and all these other things. But when you look at these kids, and 250 kids out here, it's about the purity of football, right? It's about the love of football. It's why we all got involved in it, because we loved the game. And its purest level is right out here. I mean, we got dunk tanks and slip and slides and bounce houses and every mascot from the Minneapolis and the Twin City area. That's what makes it really fun. And we all got in football because it was really fun. Don't ever forget about the fun part of football, and that's what we're doing today.
You look at these youngsters, and this is, I'm assuming, all part of the master plan. Because if you win them over now and they wear maroon and gold at this age, they may wear maroon and gold for life.
You know, it sounds like great coach speak and talk, what you just said, Jim, but it's true. We have people committed to us right now in the 26 class that were here the first 2 years, and they were 9 years old at this football camp. So if you don't think this matters, and it starts the recruiting process at 8, 9 years old, and these kids are growing up Gophers, you're crazy, because it is. And that's one of the main reasons that we're doing this. So kids grow up in the state of Minnesota loving football and love being a Gopher. If we're talking about being here and having that cultural sustainability, then we need to have those kids growing up Gophers. And we can be a big part of that by starting them really young.
How quickly did you realize that you not only have to recruit the high school players, but you do have to recruit the youngsters, the families? The entire state really needs to believe in your program for you to get where you want to be.
It takes all of us, and I know that sounds corny, but it really does. When you come to a game day experience at Huntington Bank Stadium, and it is as electric as it gets. Think about USC last year or the Penn State game in 2019. Those are some of the most electric environments I've ever played in, coached in, ever been around. It takes all of us. It takes our fan base being really excited about the recruiting, what's going on even with the 26 class, the 27 commits. We're offering some 28s. And what I love is our fan base is more excited than ever. And that's why we do it, to be able to include all of them and really see our players for who they are.
All right, you brought up recruiting. I know we can't go into specifics, but we're seeing players commit from all over the country, and some big names that other helmet schools have targeted, yet they've decided to play for you. What's been the key to your success as of late, do you feel?
Well, I think cultural sustainability in recruiting is absolutely critical. I think if somebody wants to see somebody who's going to be there for their next 4 to 5 years, and this is year 9 for us, believe it or not. But when you look at what we're talking to these young recruits about, is 9 through 14 can be the best years we've ever had at Minnesota, and really connect those 40s, 50s, and 60s. We've been here going on 9 years. They want to be able to see that cultural sustainability. We want to be able to give that to them. And we want to be able to give them the best collegiate experience in the country. Everybody's talking about just paying players and pay for play, and popular or not, this is still a student-athlete collegiate experience with that. It's transformational. There's a little bit of transactional now, which we have to talk about with some contracts and things like that through the Big Ten, but you can still have a transformational program. And I think that's what we have. And we've expanded our net a little bit more since we did move and expand the Big Ten out to the West Coast. But I love the class. I love where we're at. We're getting players that maybe we never had a shot at before, and that's just going to continue to elevate the level of the program on and off the field.
With the money involved now, people may be forgetting about that culture that they build, and they figure, well, if we just come up with a ton of cash, we can have a winning program.
Watch the College World Series right now. Right? Everybody that talks about their team talk about love, sacrifice, culture, connectivity, gratitude, empathy, the locker room. That's all they talk about. Nobody's interviewing and say, well, yeah, I've been the highest paid player on my team, and I'm hitting the ball really well. I'm batting 400 because they're paying me. And we're winning because we have the highest salaries. That's not what they're saying. They're still talking about the things that win in football, whether it's the baseball College World Series, whether it's hockey. You look at the Stanley Cup last night. What do they talk about? Love, sacrifice, locker room, commitment, culture. I know it gets thrown around like it's a buzzword. It isn't. Culture is about connecting people. And I think we have a really unique way of connecting people here. We don't necessarily recruit. We select and find the right fit. And I think that's what makes our locker room so powerful. And that's why I can't wait for our fans to see this team.
Do you see college football at a crossroads, though? You still see it clearly as to how it should be run, but do you see this as perhaps being too much with all this money that's being thrown around to people that really haven't developed their full life and make responsible choices in situations like this?
This is what makes every program different, how you handle all this. And, the one thing that's constant is everything changes. And the one thing that stays the same is it'll always change. And this is just a new change of college football. But at the end of the day, it's still about young people, 18 to 22 years old. It's still about creating an elite experience for them on and off the field. It's about them being a student first. But there's also this transactional piece. Transactions are okay as long as there's education behind it. If you and I had an opportunity to make what these players are making at 17, you and I both wouldn't say no to it, but we would probably do all the right things with it. And I think that's what separates our team, I hope, from most, is within the culture, within the program. We're taking what the new rules of college football are and the new ways of college football, but we're still using those old school values. And we're still using those classes, whether it's finance classes, tax classes. We had a big relationship course the other night. We had date night over at the stadium. We're still creating this human being experience for young people and making sure that if they do have that money, and that's fine, that they can do really well with it. We have a lot of players that open up their own 501c3s and their own charity work. You're seeing it from a completely different level and a generic level from what people are saying in the country. But when you dive into our program, you see these guys for who they are, and that's elite people, and they're making great decisions with the changes of college football.
All right, back to the recruiting. You have a big summer splash get together. You've done this for 4 or 5 years, but it seems to be being more and more successful. How have you honed it to make it more, as your favorite word would be, elite?
Yeah, the state of Minnesota is elite. I'm going on year 9 here, and I love living here. It's not just that I love coaching at the University of Minnesota and coaching the players we have in that locker room or leading the staff that we have. I love living here. And you know that, Jim. We talk about that all the time. I've made a life here. I'm not making a living being a coach. I made a life here. And Minnesotans have been so good to me and embraced me. And we're here to show it off. And we have the summer splash, and we go to Lake Minnetonka, and we're over there on Spray Island, and we're on the boats, and guys are fishing and wake surfing and doing whatever they can do. Like that's so unique. And especially as they pass and watch everybody else doing that, having a great time, enjoying what Minnesota's all about. It's not just the university, it's everything else. And then you're on the boat, and then boom, we're downtown at 801 Chop House. You can be there in 15 minutes. It's pretty amazing, all the great things that Minnesota has to offer, and we have a fun time showing it off. And when people come here, they're usually like, I had no idea Minnesota was like this. I've never been to Minnesota. I never even knew much about it. And then they come here and experience it, and it's a game changer for families and players.
To the elite players, these 4 and 5 star recruits, do you have to approach them differently to get them to even sometimes answer your calls?
I think I'm a little bit of a dinosaur, Jim. I know I'm still pretty young, but I'm a little bit of a dinosaur where this program will always be about earning it. I don't care who you are. You still have to fit what we do and how we do it. And fit is everything. And earning it is everything. If somebody's not ever willing to earn it and just wants it given to them, it's probably not a great fit. We have a ton of money now through the revenue sharing, just like any other Big Ten team. But it's still about earning it. Somebody's been in the program 3-4 years, or is all Big Ten and All-American, academic All-American, academic All-Big Ten, serves and gives the community. It's an unbelievable human being, a great player. They're going to probably make a lot of money because they've earned it. But somebody walking in the program, they're all about the same. And look, some people are looking for that. They're looking for the bag. They're looking for money. They're looking for all that. And this program, you can earn that, and you can have a little bit to start with. But once you get here, the world is your oyster, just like the world. Go earn it. And our guys have really embraced that, especially our recruits. Their parents and the families and their upbringings feel the same way, and it's different and unique because when you present it that way, a lot of people are like, yeah, I was really looking for more, and that's okay. But we've got to be able to connect and keep our locker room really, really tight, and gratitude and empathy do that, and earning it. And if you do that, things are fair, and everybody understands everybody's on the same page and everybody's aligned, and the world is your oyster. Go get it.
The Big Ten has become a national conference, perhaps even the elite conference in college football, but the SEC is also there, and there's talk of the two conferences maybe working more together. Is that something that you would welcome?
I would definitely welcome that. I think you're welcome in any type of change of college football that makes our Big Ten more visual. I think it's the best conference in the entire country, especially with our 9 conference games. I think that sets us apart. I think a lot of coaches have said that very vocally, but I think it does. And when you look at 9 conference games at this level, I think it sets everybody apart. So I think everybody's in for a treat over the next 2-3 years of finding out how college football continues to change. But I know Minnesota's going to be in the Big Ten, and it's going to be interesting to see where we are in 2 to 3 years.